Hey, fancy seeing you here. Are you here for the 2 million engineering special?
Oh yeah, I've arrived for the fancy engineering presentation.
Hey guys, sorry I couldn't make it in person, but we have this high-tech video feed set up instead. Hey, watch the bumps! Come on, man, who's pushing me?
This way, please.
This way, please.
Huh, I can't believe Matt let us out of the editing basement to show some YouTubers their seats.
I know. But did you really think he was gonna get real ushers to do this? He hardly pays us after all.
Yeah, I gotta sit next to this guy.
All right, is this thing on? Is this thing on? Hello, everyone. Thanks for coming. Paddy, roll the footage. I'm not one for talking. Hello, fellow engineers, and welcome back to City Skylines 2. Today is a very special day because we've just passed 2 million subscribers on the channel.
Where's that crowd noise coming from?
Did he add that?
And to celebrate, I'm building the ultimate engineering city. And I've invited loads of my YouTube friends and inspirations to come and view the premiere. I've even rented out a fancy theatre hall for the viewing.
He thinks this is fancy?
Oh, I can see why. The architecture here is lovely.
So the aim of this city is not just to impress these guys, but to show them the power of engineering.
Engineering is literally a job made to crush people's creativity and dreams. I still remember when I told my parents I wanted to be like an actor or something. They were like, no, you're gonna be an engineer.
So we'll start a new game and we'll pick a map. And then we will not be naming this Engitopia. No. I've got a way more original name. Because the Spiffing Brit is watching, we'll change the theme to European. Although maybe the editor can change that so it says British. Thank you. And since Spiff is the master exploiter, I've got an exploiter of my own that will give me not only unlimited money, but will unlock me absolutely everything on this map. So I think he'll be super proud of me for doing that.
Ah, yes. Perhaps engineering is perfectly balanced after all.
Right, and we are in to 2 Militopia, and we have everything unlocked, as well as 432 tiles to buy. Now, I don't think I've actually built a city in, like, creative mode, so this is going to be super fun. So, just how many tiles is 430? Oh, I can't buy the entire lot. Okay, let's not buy all the sea. Let's not buy over there. We can buy pretty much everything else. 73 million. Thankfully, I have unlimited, so boosh. Right, so to start off, I probably need to do like some residential areas and probably build these after the most important people on the channel. The viewers, of course.
Oh, man.
So to start, I'm literally just going to do a grid because I know most of my viewers are actually American. So I know how important grids are to the average viewer. All right, so we'll just paint in all these areas. And then this is where all my viewers are going to live. What a lovely grid I've got. However, warning signs, better press pause because 2 things are wrong. 1, we don't have any road connections. Now, I did build this little sort of like a link motorway underneath. So basically you come in here, you go around that way, and then you just do like a big loop. So you can see that underneath, I've sort of like underlined the 2 million. Actually, yeah, I think adding that really helps to show like the efficiency of this city. That will really impress some of my YouTube friends.
Oh, finally, something interesting is happening.
Can my house be on the tip?
That's not very PG. I'm sorry. I'm off. I'm out. I'm sorry. I'm going.
Yeah, but then I actually need to connect my highways up to these residential areas because at the moment no one can actually get to these places. So using what I've learned from the City Skylines master Biffa, I'm going to attempt to do this exactly how he would. Now, I'm thinking if we do that sort of thing, so we've got 2-lane highway there, we've then got 2 lanes coming off. Now, what Biffa would do, lane mathematics.
What was that? Lane mathematics? Well, I've got to see this.
Which basically involves getting a 4-lane highway, upgrading this bit down here so it does that. So then as people are driving around, they can go into the left lanes if they want to turn off. They got a nice little diverge. Then they go onto the roundabout and they can enter the number 2. But of course, if people are driving down here and they don't want to go to number 2, they want to go to one of the zeros, they can continue going straight. Nice. Now, the only other thing I want to check is when we join back up, look, we got 4 lanes trying to get into 2 lanes. So this is going to be absolute carnage. And I mean that in the literal sense, as it's carnage. Get it? Carnage. Cars. Carnage. Traffic.
He was doing so well.
Yeah, I'm going to make those guys merge into that sort of thing. I might then make them merge into 3 lanes. Or I'll tell you what, perhaps I want to keep this as like 3 lanes until we get to the next one. Then maybe for the O, maybe there'll be less traffic, so I only need to do like a single little arm like that. But yeah, the key is you never want to have like the merging happen instantly. You really want like a little bit of a merge lane. But I reckon if I just do that for like all of these letters, Mr. Bithell will surely be super impressed with my traffic skills, right?
Well, we're going to see how that one goes when the cars show up.
So with that all complete, you can see houses are going in. People should start arriving. However, we have a few issues. We got no drinking water, we got no electricity, and people can't poo anywhere. So let's start one thing at a time. I think I'm gonna start with let's get everyone some water. So up here we have like sort of a lake in the middle there. It does lead to a river down here, but there doesn't actually seem to be any rivers in between. Now I know in the audience it's my buddy Blitz. He also used to be a civil engineer and he turned YouTuber.
Right, but at least I didn't clickbait my channel name.
And his speciality, rather than highways and drainage like mine was, his was actually river engineering. So what I thought I'd do for Blitz, I would make a river for him. So I think what I want to do, I want to carve out a river from here to there. So let's just do a little bit of that and we'll start the water flowing now. So we should see, we should see the water flow rapidly along there. I guess this is why I was never a river engineer. I mean, actually, in my real life, I did a bit of like flood alleviation for rivers and streams. So maybe that's what I've accidentally achieved here. I've stopped this from flooding. I mean, thankfully, it didn't all fill up because at this end, I messed up the levels. So this probably would have flooded. What I was thinking, though, maybe I could get the water to like go in the middle, have like dams or something. But I mean, I don't think that water's going anywhere. I mean, oh yeah, for some reason, in the dev mode, we've got water speed at 0. It keeps flickering up to 1. Can I keep it as 1? Oh boy, the water's flowing. Okay, the water is flowing. Okay, well there you go. That is flowing now, which means I've only got a little bit of time to try and sort this end. So we're working under pressure, which is generally how engineers have to work. So hopefully I'll be good at this. Level terrain. Let's turn down the brush size. Let's just put a little berm in, like along this edge. We can do that sort of thing. Maybe if I go up to there, or even along there, maybe from this point, I could do a slope up that way. Do a slope between these two. Right, and then I'm going to swap this edge with a dam so we can make some electricity. So hydroelectric power plant, we can put that in there, then that should form the edge of our 0, and then the water should come down there. You do a tiny bit of a slope like that. Right, and then if I just turn up the water speed, then that is flowing very nicely, unlike our frame rates, which I have now destroyed. Oops. But anyway, you get the general idea. We've now got a very, very attractive river, which I think I've engineered to perfection.
And as a former river engineer, I have to say that thing is an absolute abomination, and I'm glad he's a YouTuber now.
So I think what I want to do up here, I just want to add a road along here, shove my water intakes like that, probably continue my road all the way around, then take pylons over to the city. I can shove a little transformer station, and then people should start getting power. If I bring pipes down to here too and just link all the numbers together. Oh, hang on, my dam produces high voltage power, so the low voltage that's required for the pumps, it's not actually getting it. So what I'm gonna have to do is go from down here and then do small pylons next to these pylons. So now they're powered, although as I'm finding, I've built too many houses and we still have no power, which means we have no water. So I need something else to do power with. So that gives me the chance to impress another YouTuber, one that's been a huge influence for my channel, and that is DF, Dangerously Funny.
The greatest misnomer known to man.
And if you ever watched his Raft series, you would have seen that he went absolutely mental with sails. And so I figured I would use that inspiration to help power my city. And rather than using sails, use wind turbines, which are basically just big sails anyway. Yeah, and this whole area up here, it's got quite nice wind.
Yeah, he missed an opportunity for a fart joke there, man.
So if I shove a turbine up here, you can see I can't put any too close to it. They need quite a big distance. However, I have a mod installed, which means I can turn our bird, our lovely little blue bird down there, into the heavy metal is definitely just a phase bird. Which means the game allows me to place these as close together as I want to, which means we can really make use of all these wind turbines and really do DF proud, I hope.
I've never been so happy to see a bunch of large erect poles.
What did he say?
So we got quite a few wind turbines in. You can see they are not connected to any sort of network, so not ideal. And these are each producing 5 megawatts each. So I need to connect them with these electricity cables, and you'll see there is capacity of 80 megawatts. So that means I can connect 16 of them together before the wire like restricts how much electricity goes through. So if I just do elevation -10, and I can start connecting these together underground. Right, so I've got 16 there and 16 there, which means if I grab a transformer station, can you see it has two inputs? So it means I can put 32 into one. So when I shove power lines out the back, I've just got to send that to my power network. And then yes, the electricity is flowing. So I'll then just repeat that, and then we have DF-styled power for our incredible city. So whilst it looks like I've lost all of my viewers, like nearly every house has collapsed, we've actually finally settled the needs of all of them, except for they have nowhere to poo. Now, looking around the audience, who loves a poo/fart joke more than anyone in here? I think we all know it's Chris and C-Top. So I think it's only right we turn one of these O's into Chris and C-Top land. So we punch a hole, we level terrain, and then we just go all the way to the edge of people's gardens, and then we replace some gardens with some poo outlets, which means this area should fill with poo. And if you zoom in on this and listen carefully, you'll hear the very, very subtle noise that they make.
Let's go! Yes! Breathe it on. Man, he does it so well!
Okay, right, so our city should start regenerating now. Once they get removed, you'll notice cranes come back. People do actually want to live here. Finally, it's only taken me like 2 hours to get to this point. Oh my goodness, we have fires. We have forest fires. So let's pause it quickly. Let's pause it quickly, because this reminds me of one person in particular, especially if I can make this like the most dangerous place to live. So we've got a fire going on. We will name this, of course, after Gray still plays, because this guy loves terrorizing people in games. So we've got to make this sort of like the worst place to live ever. So we're going to have speed bumps. People aren't allowed to use electronics. And we're going to charge for parking. Let's wang that all the way up. And then we're going to select a one-way road, and we'll have it come off Biffa's ball here.
Oh my.
And basically it's one way. So if you end up here, you are not leaving. In fact, I need to swap that last little bit for a little bit of a tunnel, because then I can wall this place in. So we do that sort of thing. And that's going to go all the way around. But this side, it has to go a bit higher, because look, these guys, they have sun. You want them to live in constant shade. So we'll just fill in this wall to make it higher, so it's all shady. It's only lit by the forest fires beneath. From up the top here, of course, we will have some sewage outlets. Now, I'm going to take a water pumping station. I'm actually going to shove it over in C-Top's area. It's not connected to my actual network, because I want to take my own water pipe, and we take it from here, making sure we don't connect to any of the existing ones. So I think doing that, we actually, yeah, we're not connected. Then we connect to here, which means in the Greystall Plays area, as we add some houses. Now I'm thinking we make this dense population, probably go with high density housing. So we really surround those forest fires. In fact, maybe worth getting some industrial down here as well, just to really get that air pollution up. But right, as these houses go in, yes, it's beautiful. So you can see down here, the fire is still raging, smoke pouring up into the air. We've got poo sprinkling down from above. So as these houses grow, they're in constant darkness. They've got chimneys lower than the actual top levels of the buildings. And hang on, what's the problem with the water here? Water level too low. Okay, hang on. I can't have the Greystall Plays people dying of thirst. We must help them. So cheeky little shift down. Now there's plenty of poo water. So this intake that's taken the poo water, you've got to rename that. Fraz's Buckfast Factory. Yep, being a Scot, those guys, they love Buckfast. And I'm pretty sure that is pretty much all it is, just with some added alcohol. So enjoy, Fraz.
Well, you see, RC, only architects don't like Buckfast, so joke's on you.
So we can see the water that's taking has got brown bits in. You know exactly why that is. If we follow their network over to where they live, yes, they're drinking dirty water, stuck in the shade, poo raining down on them, fires everywhere, and no services to help. Yeah, and yet everyone's just all parked up outside, because I charge for parking on the inside but not the outside. Everyone is just parking out here and then like walking through the tunnel. Let's go to their lovely new home. So great. Hope you're proud of the abuse I've poured on these NPCs.
I can't think of a better way to celebrate 2 million subscribers than to abuse a bunch of innocent people for their amusement.
My little way of saying thank you for like the help and advice you give me. Definitely part of the reason we've hit this milestone.
2 million. You gotta add a couple of zeros. You think you're done? Strap in, because you're not going anywhere for the rest of your life.
All right, anyway, a city of this size is going to need some specialized industry. So over here, we're going to do a vegetable farm to meet the food demands of our citizens, of our lovely viewers. So I'm going to do this as big as possible. And because I'm naming this after my Irish buddy, we'll call this Potato McWhiskey's Spud Farm, because I can't think of a better way to honor my Irish buddy there.
Is that it? I only get a small farm, and it's a circle. Jesus, what an architect.
I mean, at least you've got potato in your name. I thought he was just going for the Irish thing there, just low-hanging fruit.
Right, so Potato McWhiskey is sorted. We've got, oh yeah, Baron Von Games, the only American I know that actually likes football, although he does call it soccer.
I mean, hey man, you guys came up with the name, you just chose not to use it.
Now, I could build in one of these, but I mean, as a Brit, I just cannot build something called a soccer field.
I'm so proud, it brings a tear to my eye.
So instead, we'll play on his name, Baron Von Games. And if we head up over this way, yeah, we've got this little island here. So I'm going to name an entire island after him. Baron Von Games, Baron Island.
Well, now I'm definitely going to keep calling it soccer because that's terrible.
Right, so I think we have the basics now, and we're good to actually start building our main city. These were just the essentials. And by the way, I love that the little Florida I built is like, it's still burning.
That means they have a high pain tolerance. That means they can suffer for a long time. That means they're perfect.
Yeah, and one other thing I noticed, like over here, check out the sound when you put your ears like in the middle of these fans. Ready? Oh, that sounds lovely. That sounds lovely. Cheers, game. Anyway, oh no, we're being destroyed by a tornado. Oi, you're not meant to destroy the city yet. We've barely even started building. Right, so although he's a huge channel influence, I imagine he won't be able to show up to this premiere. Yeah, that Call Me Kevin, he's a busy guy. So to be honest, I guess for him, if we head down into the specialized industry, I think another potato farm will do for him. So again, we'll make this one circular. We'll call it Hit by a Car Spuds. We'll then just link up the road, and then that is a beautiful farming area. I'm sure everyone will agree there.
What? No! This isn't fair. Everyone else got cool stuff. Why are we just getting potato farms?
All right, hang on. We got a disturbance. We have a disturbance. Security, can you remove the troublemaker, please?
Sorry, sir, but you're gonna have to come with me.
No, please. It was a great joke. I loved it. Please, no, oh, come on. I can't.
That's it. Wheel him out of it. Right, Paddy, press play again. Right, okay, so for the actual city, I want to build like a tiered sort of cake. So I think to start, I'm just do a tower over here so I can just pinch some levels. So starting at the bottom, we want to go up 40 meters. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So we right click there, and then we just go boosh with the level terrain tool. Just hold until all the edges are sort of vertical. So that's our first tier. We then want to go up another 40. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's to there. And we'll add that bang in the middle, then rinse and repeat a few times. All right, until we have a nice little tiered cake. And then with this, I can go to the roads. I want to get lots of lanes on this, I think. 8-lane divided road seems good. And basically what I want to do, I want to do circles around this thing, but always up in the air. So my road is never touching the ground. It's always a bridge. And I'm dedicating this little area to Josh from Let's Game It Out. So I will say, hey there, it's Matt. Welcome to Let's Engineer It Out. We're building a road today, so hold please.
Okay, sir, that impression was a little too close. We got to be careful or else people are going to realize that RCE is the mastermind behind Let's Game It Out.
Right, so there we go. The tower is done. A nice little road cone up to this little property here, where I'm going to name that the Let's Game It Out Tower.
Could have used more roads, to be honest.
Now, that's not much of a city, so let me just put a few more bits and bobs in. So you want some high density housing, some high density commercial around those, get an office strip down here, load a medium density in as well. Right, and then down here, this road is going to be very, very special. For the YouTuber I've probably followed for the longest time, it's Dre Road. Now, if anyone watches Dre, they know he loves a simulator game. So let's shove a police station in A firehouse in, an industrial waste processing unit in, a hospital. Basically, anything that's a job that they've probably made a simulation game for. Because if there is a simulator for it, Dre has probably played it.
I have played a lot of simulators, and you know what, RCE? Simulating our friendship has been the hardest part.
Alright, so as all that stuff goes in, we also need some industrial because, well, I mean, every demand is to the full because I used a mod. But I don't want my industrial area to sort of ruin this place. We've already got enough bad stuff thanks to Florida over here. And since the wind direction is going over that way, I think I'm going to build like a little island over here, proper Dubai style. And then I'm going to put loads and loads of bridges in. And of course, this is representing my poly bridge rival with Tyler, which I absolutely smashed him at in the end, by the way. He definitely gave up.
Wrong.
But yeah, I want one of every bridge. And then of course, because of his username, that's why we've made the island this shape. No other engineering reason this time. Purely aesthetical.
Aesthetical? Sounded like an architect there, Matt. Also, you missed the bike.
But yeah, this can then become our industrial area, so everyone will have jobs. So as that gets built, that is Aliens Rock Island. Oh, one other thing I forgot about Dre. The reason I've watched him for so long is he's been around for so long. So I think this is probably quite relatable because it's very close for him probably. So we'll put a nice cemetery down. Old Man Dre's Cemetery and Crematorium. It is now open for business.
Are you calling me old? Well, at least I have a place to hide the body.
And of course here, let's just do a little circle around it. We cannot forget about my buddy, Dead Inside Gaming. And the only thing I can think to build which resembles his channel and him specifically is just a deep, dark, empty hole.
Ah, yes. The perfect spot for me. If anyone wants to fill it back in once I'm in it, I'd be totally okay with that.
Now, I like to think this area down here will appeal to my man, I Am Kibbitz, because he loves neat stuff. And I feel like I've proper gridded this up. I think he'd be very proud of my engineering skills here.
Engineering skills? Yeah, okay.
Likewise, up over this way, I should probably look after my boy, Ambiguous Amphibian, where as he is an amphibian, I tried to make him a nice little swampy area. Yeah, not only that, I also built him a water park, so he can go down the slides. I'm pretty sure frogs love slides, right?
Yes, slides are to frogs, what curves are to engineers.
We can have a final look around our city, and you know what? Something's not right. I feel like when Josh would have looked at this, he would have probably said there wasn't enough road. So, you know what? Let's cue his music again, and this time I'm gonna earn it. So, hold please. So, hopefully that is a lot better. Oh dear.
Oh, that's much better.
Anyway, as the tornado destroys part of Aliens Rock Island, I'll say thank you everyone for not just watching, but everyone that took part in this. Thank you to all the viewers over the years, all the subscribers, helped me get this milestone. Honestly, dream come true, this job. It's mental I can do stuff like this, absolute nonsense, and call it a job. But honestly, yeah, so grateful, and shout out massive one to my editors. You didn't think I was going to leave you guys out, did you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Because yeah, without them, literally this channel would be absolutely nothing compared to what it is now. So thank you so much, guys. Finally, huge shout out to all my friends and family that have supported me during this channel. And also a special thank you to Kira, who sent me this lovely play button, because YouTube don't actually send you one for 2 million.
Oh my god.
But she did. So thank you very much. Massively appreciate that. Very, very kind of you. So on that note, all that's left to say is peace, love, and I'm going to be name dropping everyone in this video for a long, long time. Bye, guys!
Hey guys, how was it? Was it good?
Yeah, it was cool, I guess.
Gotta be honest, I've seen worse traffic.
It was a marvel of architecture.
I can't wait for the 3 million special. I'm so excited.
I like the farts.
Is anyone gonna wheel me home? Guys?
Can't believe they all showed up, to be honest. I'm glad they all went away with a newfound respect for engineering though, right guys? No? Okay, we gotta try harder. Back in the basement until we earn another 1 million subs, you lot.
Okay.